defend the land we conquered back in high command. I don't wanna be the only driver. Settle down today, we'll find a way to run towards what we
had. Hey. G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. I see Blake's proud that I've done a countdown timer. I tried to do it once before, but absolutely failed. The good thing about the countdown timer is I could actually see how delayed you guys are, and it's about 12 seconds in case you were wondering. So when I don't reply to the chat for 12 seconds, that's why. G'day Pete, g'day Blake, g'day G-Snap, g'day John, g'day Collaboration, g'day Steve, g'day G'day Shrimp. Sorry guys, I do still have a bit of a spicy cough, so you may endure some coughing today. Yeah, so live stream. I honestly, we're at 10 viewers. I honestly didn't really think anybody would show up. I was even surprised, like, I had such a break that, and like, posted a video and bam, got almost 200 views. I was surprised. I thought that nobody was going to watch it, but I'm going to try and be back full time, but we'll see how we go. This week was definitely a struggle for other reasons than the spicy cough. I did kind of feel pretty good by Sunday, Monday, just gone, and then I recorded a couple of videos which you guys have seen, and putting that pool fence up actually made my body ache, like new aches I haven't felt before. And then I've been on the floor all week, guys, like actually using tools, and yeah, I can't do it anymore. It was so hard. How is everyone? I haven't caught up with anybody in the chat really. I think Pete messaged me the other day and that's about it. I haven't just not been on YouTube. I haven't really been on anything. I haven't been on social media. I haven't been on my Facebook page. It's been quiet. It's been quiet. I hope everything's going up in the middle of, up in the middle of nowhere, John. I feel like I don't know what anybody's up to, so feel free to tell me what you've been up to in the last few weeks. I don't really have a plan for the live stream either. I was honestly thinking about counting the live streams, but my wife talked me into keeping them going. So yeah, I don't know why I was thinking about counting them. It's been a couple of weeks and I can't remember the reasoning, but anyway, yeah, she talked me into keeping them going, so we will. G'day Petro Man from Jersey, that's pretty cool. I am so fascinated about the geographic location of the viewers. Did anybody see, totally off topic, I guess like fish tanks have CO2 in them. Did anybody see that, like, in space they found CO2 on another planet? Mind blown. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm having a hard time hearing me. That's what we said last stream. I don't understand why. There's I can't go any louder. I mean, hang on. I wonder if it's like a setting on my computer. Is there like a volume there? I'll have a gander. There's a volume mixer. Volume mixer. That's audio. Honestly, not sure. What else can we do? Sound settings, master volume, microphone. Yeah, so that manage sound devices. Why can't I make that louder? It's something to do with my computer settings by the look of it. Sound control panel. Hello, hello. Recording devices. Yeah, properties. Levels, microphone. Oh, look at that! Boom! Now I'm blowing up your ears. Hello. Hey. I feel like now I need to turn it down a bit. Is that clipping? Where's good? Is that good? Yeah, so OBS was full ball. I found a setting deep in the Windows devices that was on 30%. I just blown everybody's eardrums off. Now it's probably too loud. That how long has that been like that? That's been like that for a while. If it's too loud, just holler at me. According to my screen, I'm in the middle of the orange, not quite, or 3/4 of the way up the orange, not quite hitting the red. So, according to that, we shouldn't be clipping. Collaboration's got headphones in. That's been an issue for so long. And it was just a simple little setting. But do you know what was weird? It didn't look quiet on the mixer on my screen. 75% volume on your phone is alright. That sounds about perfect then. Because I just generally, if I'm doing editing my videos, I've got the volume on about 75%. Alright, well, happy days. If anybody's vlogging and they say it's quiet, go to settings, sounds, manage sound devices, go to microphones, then properties, and then click levels. That's about a 10-step process to find that bloody. Why isn't there just a microphone volume down the bottom the same as the speaker volume? Happy days. How's everyone's fish going? My fish are going mediocre. I lost one of the Uaru, but I'm glad in a way. So there was 2 that were sick. One got worse, one recovered. I'm glad I saved the one, but sad I lost one. But I'm glad that the sickness hasn't progressed into the rest. And somebody actually gave me one for free. So I'm back to 4. I went up to 5. But I'm glad that the one that I got given by someone didn't die. How's the big giant fish with a goldfish going? He's not going well. I'll be dead honest with you. The tank's got salt in it. But yeah, I don't know if he's not doing well or he's just being shy. I shouldn't say he's not doing well. He doesn't seem unhealthy at all, but he definitely doesn't like being in an aquarium. But it's not like I can just go drop him off in the ocean. But my young apprentice is finally learning to troubleshoot streaming issues. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they grow up so effing fast. My young fella can pull himself up onto his feet now. So luckily I'm getting that pool fence sorted. I got to build a footing this weekend. I did the easy part first. But granted, the easy part is the most important part because it's the side that he would walk on. The only way he can get in there now is if he crawls around to the left-hand side, crawls around up the grass and crawled off the limestone wall. But obviously he's not outside alone at all ever. But yeah, it will be. It actually looks nice, guys. I don't know if you guys realise, but I think 99% of you realise. I didn't want to put the fence up. I thought the idea was shit. I thought it was going to look ugly as, and I really hated the idea. I was putting it off for as long as I could, and with full intention of pulling it down as soon as children pass swimming lessons, children, whichever one ends up happening. And now that it's up, I'm like, that looks sick. It literally makes the it makes it makes it look worth more money somehow. The bonsai, I lost the bonsai. The little seedlings all died, and then I since learnt that it's really, really hard to keep seedlings alive. So then I bought that one, I don't know if you remember, that was sitting next to the elephant out the back, and it was, I shouldn't have put it where I put it. It was too hard to water, therefore I think I beached it. I parched it. I dehydrated it. What do you call it when you kill a plant? Dehydrated? Would you refer to that? Anyway, I'm not good with plants. I don't have a green thumb. I'll stick to fish and chickens. Oh. I'm thinking about getting rid of a few things. I want to get the pond repair done, the stingray tank. But I don't know if the stingray will go back into it. So, I don't know. I was thinking about selling my female stingray, or there's another option, trying to swap my giant gourami for a male stingray. Drop a comment, let me know which one you guys would prefer. The giant gourami is like my second oldest fish at this point, and he was in my house. Like, that's pet city, pet territory. So like, this guy has been with me for a bit. I can't see myself selling him. It's actually a her. Can't see myself selling her, but I also can't see myself housing her. I don't know where to put her. I could I could sell the Uaru and put her in that tank, but it would be too small to put anything else in. It'd just be her. I don't mind selling anything else in that tank. There's 2 Flowerhorn Cross Texas, which I would either have to A, cull, or B, find a tank for them. They will not leave my house under any circumstance. There's only one person in this world that I would possibly let take one of those fish out of this house. Yeah, G-Snap's right. I've got to keep the giant gourami. It's like, it's not a one-off fish, but it's like, how many fully grown giant gouramis do you ever see? I've never seen one that big in person. The next biggest one I've seen is probably like 45 centimeters, but mine's like 45 centimeters top to bottom. It's a monster. I think, would there anybody be watching that doesn't know what my giant gourami is? We'll find a photo. It'll only be like phone to camera. I'm not opening my gallery on my computer because you know what happens then. We end up doing a full live stream just looking at photos. I miss this tank, guys. It's still going strong. The guy who... this photo doesn't really show the size of her. But you can kind of tell how tall she is. How close can we get? She's like 45, 50 centimeters tall. Oh, there's the old Jag that I had behind. Is it Jag? No, it's a Dovey behind it. Oh, look, there's like, this photo's got a bit going on. I've still got that red devil too. You know, the red devil. And then there's a stingray. There's like there's the short fin eel, the one that was in the filter for years. There's another stingray down there. I don't know what that fish is there. No idea. There's a face for radio. John says, when am I doing the 2 foot rack? I don't know. I don't know why I just knocked back my coffee. It was made for sipping on during the live stream and I just destroyed it. Underwater World, Sunny Coast has some weapon giant gouramis. That's pretty cool. The 2 foot rack, I want to do it soon because it's coming into summer and it's going to be a summer rack. So I don't want to build it. I don't want to build the 2 foot rack at the end of summer. I want to build it at the start of summer. So the thing with the 2 foot rack, this my mentality after my latest power bill. I want to get it set up with no heaters at all, and as soon as the tanks start hitting around, even like, doesn't have to be high, even like 25, I'll throw some flower horns in them. They'll be right at 25, they just won't grow until it starts to get a bit warmer than that. Anyway, so the point was, run the tanks for summer, breed a few flower horns, use it as a selection tool for myself, and then shut it down once it starts cooling down and sell it. I don't plan on keeping the 2 foot rack, I don't think. Blake wants to know what he should put in his 8x2. Oh. One of my friends has a high-tech planted tank full of rainbows. 8x3 by 3 maybe, or 2.5, and it does look insane, but I don't know. He's posted it on the interweb, so surely I can show you guys. Oh, that's not what I want. Where is it? Display capture. What screen is that? Alright, welcome to my Facebook. Well, you guys can't see it yet. Let me get the video up and then you'll see it. How do you look at media? I don't know. Right, give me... This is inspiration for Blake, if anybody is wondering what I'm trying to find. Let's say good day to the post-stream viewers. I hope you're all well. Oh, was that it? Yeah. Alright, so... Facebook's going to butcher the quality, and then I'll send it, and then I'll post it on YouTube, which will also butcher the quality, but it'll be worth it. Oh no, I went full screen. I've got my triple monitors linked at the moment, so when I go full screen, it goes all three. Alright, here we go. I think you guys will appreciate this. If anybody's done a planted tank, they will understand the insaneness of this tank. I'm pretty sure it's 8x3 by 2.5 or something. I know it's bigger than 8 by 2.5 by 2.5. But I think he spent a shitload of money to get this tank like this. I kind of want to get the light that he's got on this tank. I want to get one of them for my 4-foot maybe. It was pretty low wattage for what it does. Can you all get North American natives down under? He's even got, like, he's gone to town. He hasn't put it on yet, but he's got white acrylic to put on the back, and the acrylic's got LEDs embedded in the bottom of it, and so like the background will glow. He should hurry up and put that on. I think he needs help to get it on. I should sell the ridiculous fish and do plant it again. What do you guys reckon? Wouldn't need any. Yeah. I don't think it's got CO2. I think it's just plants, really good lights, and it's on an automatic water change drip system, same as pretty much identical setup as mine. On my 4-foot in the house, and it's running like, I think it's on a sump, and I think he's just got like 200 litres of K1 in there and a couple of polish mats. Like, it's the most basic sump. It's like a 2-chamber sump, and he's actually got the K1 before the polish mats. So, in theory, the K1 breaks down big debris. It's like the opposite way to what you would think, but the tank's always been bloody spotless. Anyway, let's go back to my ugly head. Definitely not as pretty as that tank. But obviously, yeah, like, I don't know, what do you do with an 8x2? Who knows? Get 1,000 neon tetras? G'day, Hetty. Is it Hetty or Heaty? Hetty, I'm going to say. New to the hobby, have 3-foot low. Looks average. Corey's tetras. Well, you're new to the hobby and you're cycling a tank, so congratulations on that. Most people new to the hobby won't actually cycle a tank. Start off with, I think, like, Blake will be more onto it here, but your swords and what he said before, Anubis or whatever it's called, they're definitely like your starter plants. If it's pebbles, I think root tabs is definitely something to research. I'm pretty sure, I'm honestly not a painter guy, I'm pretty sure with pebbles you definitely need nutrition in the pebbles, so like you put root tabs in there every few months. Just do, for the sump, just do your, let's have a gander. Is it, you'll have to play around with it, Blake, but you're I can't remember what it's called. Something elbow? Pretty much like this one here. So, no, that's not what I'm after. I can't remember what it's called. This one here, there it is. Bean animal overflow. Alright, so so basically you can do it without the emergency one. The emergency one doesn't add to the sound. So you got your primary drain, which you have a tap on. I'm sure Blake knows about this one, but I'll explain it for anybody who doesn't. So you got your primary drain that has a tap on it, and you basically turn that off to the point that the water is coming up. So say that the pump's running, that's draining all the way there, water level's here. So you start turning this tap off until this water level rises, until it just gets to there. And just. So then the water that flows through this is an absolute trickle, like less than the rate you pour your milk into your coffee cup. I don't know what, that was a random analogy. So basically this pipe here is at full siphon, so it's dead silent. And then this one here is only getting a trickle. So then you can put so this is the one you work on getting quiet. And then when this down in the water, this one you want completely under the water level. You've got to work on this. To get it quiet, the hardest part is where the water comes out the bottom. There can be water bubbles in here, and it goes makes those specific sound effects. And then so you have to play with so that's your top, right? And then every sump at the bottom will be different. You have to play with pipe lengths, you have to play with putting mat down, all that sort of jazz. I don't know if you could do a trickle filter at the top, but that'll be loud. The top part's easy, bottom part, that's where the challenge is at in my eyes. But the bean drain is definitely going to be your quietest up the top. Looking more at fish. I think a planted tank. Well, so if my desire, because I've never done it, I want to do a rainbow fish planted tank. Rainbow fish is my next go-to if I ever do a planted tank again. Great minds think alike. Blake said rainbows as well. Blake's totally ignored sumps till now. I learned the hard way with sumps. In case you guys haven't noticed, I'll try to build something without actually doing research on it. And I had the 8x3 with a 1500 litre. No, it was 8x2'7". And I had a 1500 litre per hour pump on it. And it sounded like somebody was, like a dragon was coming out of the drain pipes. I eventually got it reasonably quiet, but I never got it fully quiet because I didn't have long standpipes on the back. I only had a little box on the back wall, and I couldn't build this setup properly. But I helped a mate build this setup, and his tank is absolutely effing silent. And one thing I always hated about my 8-foot was it didn't have full length standpipes in it. The bulkheads were coming out of the back of the tank instead of going through the floor. But anyway, so my point was 15,000 litres per hour, and then the baffles were too high in the sump, so like the water was coming up over the baffles and spilling out the side of the tank. I had to turn the pump down. I later learned that I only needed like 8,000 litres per hour for the tank. I ended up getting a smaller pump. I don't know if you guys remember, I might have shown it on YouTube. I built the side of the sump up, so where the media, the sponge tray was, I put like strips of 50mm glass, and I built the edge up to combat the splashing or like the overflow. I actually got the glass cutter and did like D's in the baffles to bring the baffles lower. I definitely learnt my fair share about sumps on that tank. I wish I had YouTube then, because you guys could have learnt it with me. But yeah, it was an epic fail. But it turned out alright. It's still running now, perfectly fine. It just took a while. Are you building the sump, Blake? Are you putting the baffles in? Oh, the freezer in the chook pen definitely counts as a sump. It's a square box with the baffle in it. Yeah, so I still have a sump. You could kind of call the IBCs on the koi pond a sump. It's the same. It's a box of water that it flows through and back in. The thing I find with a sump is there's no boundaries. You can build it out of whatever you want. You can, well, that's about the only thing. You can grow fish out in it. You can do all sorts. Oh, it came with a sump. As far as the overflowing, stressing about that, just keep your baffles low and keep your lot. So, like, so I guess I'll explain it for anyone who doesn't know, but with a sump, if you turn it off, nothing turned on at all, fill the tank up and fill the sump up to your max level, the max level that you would want it to get to when the power goes out, and then turn it on. And what will happen is the sump will drain, and then the tank will go higher, and then that water level there, mark it on the sump. So that's your max fill level. Set up for saltwater, big refrigerant. If it's got a big section like that, just fill it with K1. You'll just have to make sure making sure you've got a good guard for the K1 is the most pain in the ass part. If it's a big sump, 5 by, what's it by? You could throw like the good thing. Oh, so the absolute best thing about a sump, there's that much room for media. You can literally like throw shade cloth in it, and that'll be enough surface area for bacteria. Canister filter, you need to be efficient with your media to create surface area for the bacteria. A sump, even just an average smallish sump, is like 4 times the size of a canister filter. So you only need 1/4 of the surface area on the media to get the same amount of filtration as a canister filter. So like, just like, if you can wrap your head around that, it changes the way you'll look at a canister filter. vintage Rumbles wisdom. This is like, yeah, it is old wisdom because all my tanks now have just got in-tank filters, which they're great for what they are, but I definitely miss DIY filters. Got to make some space for it first, which is the hard part. I'd be interested to see, like, I don't know, I'll just say it. I'll be interested to see the change in your power bill when you set the tank up. One of my ex-workmates, he used to work at my work, he doesn't now. He's got an 8x2.5 by 2.5 running, I think he's running 2 or 3 FX6s with inline heaters. Now granted, inline heaters actually use more electricity than in-tank heaters. Keep that in your mind. 2 people living in the house, no children, and he just got his power bill was like $900. I honestly don't know how. Like it's the same as my power bill, and I'm running the whole fish room. I've got the 8x2 in the shed, and one of the IBCs is heated as well. It spun me out when he said it was $900. I need to shut those 2 tanks down. My power bill will drop basically like $200 a month just shutting down those 2 tanks. Oh, and I want to shut down the Dimicomp tank, but I don't want to get rid of the Dimicomp. I just want to get rid of the tank. Which brings me to the point of we need to sell a colony to make room for the Dimicomps. In theory the power bill should go down. That's interesting. I'm sure there's a theory behind that, but I don't understand it yet. Up a bit from the pump and lights, but the water should insulate the room better. Oh, so it's not going in your house, it's going in the fish room. And is it going in the reverse cycle, not tank heaters? That makes sense then. My power bill went down when I was adding tanks to the fish room. Actually, now that I think about it, my power bill is really high this time. A lot of that could be because I shut down the Stingray tank. That's like 5,000 litres of medium of heat. Not allowed a tank in the house. Huh. You guys know the story about the 4-foot in my house, don't you? If not, I'll tell it. So I had the fish room in the house, and me and the missus agreed no more tanks in the house, so they were going out. So I got all the fish room out, and then I sold my 8-foot, and like 3 months later she goes to me, I miss having a tank in the house. And it actually sparked up the 2-foot cube, the marine one. She was interested in getting a marine, and then I can't remember the next part. Did I get rid of the marine and buy the 4-foot straight away? I think I did. I was thinking, I was like, one of my mates is setting up a marine. I was like, maybe I should tickle the Marine Society again and set the 4-foot up marine. So like, when I had the fish room set up, no tanks in the house, and I had my 5 kilowatt of solar and no tanks in the shed, just the fish room, fully stocked. I think the power bill was like $400, which is actually like lower than most of the people at my work. Like nobody could believe how low my power bill was. I don't know if I was on YouTube at that stage, but obviously it blew out. That's running the koi pond as well, but the koi pond only uses like, I think it uses 60 watts of electricity or something. So yeah, my point being, heating the room is way cheaper than heating tanks. Way cheaper. Heating my fish room is cheaper than heating the 8x2 in the shed. 100%. The fish room costs like half the price to run of the 8 foot and the 1 IBC. I'll bet my left nut on it. Yeah, Blake, that's a good point. We got to that stage in our relationship where it was like anything in the shed is my problem, and it works well. It works great. That doggy is awesome. Was he on the couch? Yeah, I think so. Couch. Where'd he go? Jack! He's gone. The groper. The groper's probably like 14 centimeters. It's honestly not grown as fast as I thought it would. I thought it would outgrow that tank in weeks, but it it gets it gets what do you call it? He gets jewfish for dinner every night. Jack! Jack! What are you doing? Here he is. Say hi to the camera. He's getting old, Jack. I think he's 10 now. They grow up so quick. I don't know what to do with the groper. I regret getting it, to be honest. And it's only going to get sadder like as it gets bigger. I've got to fix the other tank for it, to be honest. I'm going to go chew through some salt when I set that tank up. At the moment, I'm going through... I pretty much use 1 cup of salt a day, maybe 3/4 of a cup. And that's only in the tank. Yeah, Jack's a staffy. His English staffy cross pit bull. Oh, it's already 45 minutes, guys. Time flies when you talk about sons. I feel like this was an educational live stream. First one we've had in a while. G'day Craig, how are you? What else is news? I don't know. I kind of been a bit reckless with the flower horns while I haven't been well, and I've left some pairs together, and it's so bizarre. They're just chilling together. They're not even fighting or nothing. I touch wood in saying that. I've got a nice Jarrah bench top here that I'm touching. But like, I think flower horns, 30% of the time when they fight, you separate them. Well, like, when they fight, 90% of the time you separate them. But 30% of the time, if you just leave them they stop fighting after like a few hours, but like it's stressful just leaving them. But when you feel like shit and they've broken through a divider, you just can't be effed. And I haven't lost a fish in the last few weeks to aggravation, which is good. I just got a new needle for my dirt bike, which some of you might find interesting. So I'm going to ride it tomorrow and see if it works. How's the shirt? I bought like 3 of them. They were like $8 from one shop. I can't remember which one. It's not even, I don't even think it's like a actual thing, not like World Enduros. Let's look it up. But anyway, it's like, it's one of my work shirts. What was it called? World Enduro Super Series. Oh, Wes. I've heard of Wes. What does it say? 1997. Imagine if it comes up with a shirt. Nah, that says World. Must include. Do you reckon it was a thing back then? Nothing's coming up. Who knows? Oh, you guys can't even see. I'm useless at this whole transition game. Yeah, the goldfish are still chilling with the groper. The groper doesn't bother them, hey. To be honest, the groper is like... I don't mean to be rude, but it's like the most boring hiding fish I've had, I think. It's basically the same temperament as the Uaru, except it's a little bit more, how you going when it's dinner time. Little bit more, like comes to the top to my hand. But like, it's honestly not what I thought it would be. I haven't been putting marine salt in it either. I've actually been using butcher salt because butcher salt is meant to be better than pool salt. I can't remember why. It's not bleached or something. It'd be interesting. Maybe I should do an experiment. I should go back to marine salt and see if he livens up. It would have different trace elements, is it called? There was one in a fish shop, 25-30 centimeters, and it was a beast. Splash customers, they walked by. Yeah, interesting. There's also another chance that jewfish isn't a well enough balanced diet, but it won't eat pellets. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? Is like a fish that's like $40 a kilo where good nourishment for a fish? I guess like that's what it would eat in the wild. Hopefully mine gets like that when it gets a bit bigger. The problem is, like, I've thought about selling it, but the problem is I know whoever I sell it to won't salt the tank, and I don't want it to go in full fresh water because it will just die. But then at the same time, like, it'd be sad if it dies in my care. He looks wicked, but like the colouring. Anyway, we're getting close to time, guys. I might wrap the video up. What do you reckon? Might go. I gotta give Cooper a bottle, I reckon. There's one thing I've learnt in the last 11 months is they grow up fast. And I don't want to miss out, you know? There was a couple of days where he was sick. I don't think I was vlogging. But anyway, I had a couple of days off work to look after him. And he gets sick, right? So like he gets... What was wrong with him? Oh, he had like this virus, looked like chickenpox, but it wasn't chickenpox. And but like he looked a mess. But this kid's like the happiest thing you've ever met in your life. Like he gets sick and he just doesn't act sick. So like he looked like shit, but I had a couple of nice days hanging out with him, if that makes sense. So we just like hung out like as if he was healthy and I was healthy, or you know what I mean. I haven't been healthy for months, but yeah, so that's probably like my favourite days in a while, was just spending the day with him. Give a special thanks to life bringing you back to us today. Yeah, I'll let her know you said thanks. I sounded a lot better, that's good to hear. I pretty much feel 90%. Still just got that little lump in my throat. G'day Petro man. Petro's secretly my favourite fish ever, but they're just so bloody aggressive. I've bought Petros 3 times, no 4 times actually, and all 4 times I've ended up with one. Maybe I should do it again. Maybe I should sell a lot of fish and make room for more expensive fish. I should if I sold... I could sell the Uaru and that would make a killer Petro tank. But the problem would be finding Petros these days. I'm not in the lingo with any Tanganyikan breeders anymore. Thanks for the edumacation. I feel like, Blake, your channel's the edumacation channel, not mine, but the tables have turned for a split second. Rip T-Bone. Who's T-Bone? I feel bad for asking, like I should know, but... How are you, Craig? I hope you're well. I don't know if I already said hello. Alright. I'm gonna go because my throat's starting to play up. I need to go check on my incubator, see if it's holding temperature. I turned it on at like 2 o'clock. And I put a thermometer with a high and low, max and min. So I'll be able to see if it holds temperature, which would be cool. I'm going to leave it running for the night. YouTube streamer. Oh, that's sad. That's not cool. I haven't even seen any YouTube streams lately. But, that's a bit of a sad note to leave it on, but I've got to go, guys. It's getting to that time of night that children need some bottles. Where's the button? There's the button. No, that's not good. Anyway, guys, sorry to leave it on that note. I gotta go. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll be here next week. I'll aim for it at this stage. Never know, maybe we'll even get the green screen out. Probably not. I don't know. I like it better without the green screen, I think. Yeah, but anyway, guys, peace out.